Hey, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me and see me okay. Let's see who we got on here today. We have Melanie and Patrick and Ann and Pamela and Charity, Hayward. Charity's waving. Hi, Charity. Hey, it's Rick, and we are over here in a city called Olhao in the Algarve region of Portugal, which is very well known for the street art, which started as graffiti many years ago. And then a couple of artists, things are good. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's probably, I don't know, it's in the 70s Fahrenheit, and the sun's out, and it's got a nice breeze. So we're just walking up here to start at one end of this beautiful street art. So kind of give everybody an idea of how we're going to do this. The street art's kind of spread out in the city. So, but there are some pockets of some really nice street art in a few places pretty close by. So we're going to actually but we're going to have to get in the car and drive for a little ways between some of the artwork. So that's how that's going to work. So Lori's here with me. Let me turn this around, and she's got her camera with her today. So she's catching some pictures now, and then probably after the tour, we might come back and catch some more pictures. But in the meantime, I'll just kind of show you around a little bit. Yeah, okay. So we're really close to the train station. Is this the train station here? No. Okay, but the tracks are right over there, and you can see there's a lot of high-rise buildings. 44 in Sacramento and a lot of rain. Oh, wow. Yeah. So this Olhao is known for being a fishing village. And so along with a lot of other cities in the Algarve who suffered from some of the fishing industry being limited due to the tuna migration, changing routes in the 50s and 60s, they've switched over to partially being a tourist-driven economy. So there's a lot of tourism and things here that help. And but over the years, Olhao, there were some areas that were fairly poverty-stricken. So in those areas, there was a lot of graffiti. And then eventually, there were a couple of artists, and I'll talk to you more about those in a few minutes when we get started. So they kind of help take that over. But anyway, hi, and you got, okay, so Pam's in Sacramento too. Yeah, winds, weather, oh gosh, losing some oak trees. How close am I to home, Pam? I am, well, we got a car today, so we had some other things to do, but about 30 minutes drive from home, about 40 minutes on the train. What? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, we're just kind of getting our bearings there. So, yeah, Tavira is home for us, and it's still in the Algarve region. And so you can get here by train or bus or, like I said, we rented a car because we have some things. Lori's putting some of her photography in a studio setting for viewing in the next couple of days. I can give you some more information about that, or I'll let her do that at some point later in the tour. And then also I have some resources for you. Let me turn this back around a little bit. I also have some resources for you that we're going to try to post in the chat window with links to some information about the street art in Olhao. And then I will post those things as well in Heygo on the Facebook site, Facebook page. And we'll get that. Try to get as much as we can to you so you can do, other follow-up if you want to. So, hi, we got Kamisha, Erica, Dorothy, and Carol. Good to have you guys, guys and girls. So, we got a little bit. Just say the name of the region again. I've heard it pronounced a couple of different ways. Okay, so the region is called the Algarve. Here's the train. This is how close we are to the train over here. Sorry, I'm whipping it around and I'm not even pointing this direction. That's the train. There's the train tracks. Sorry about that. Hi, Mary Lou and Chris and Kenyatta. It's Algarve is the region, and it's the southern part of Portugal. It's the area that has a lot of sandy beaches and warm weather. 300 sunny days a year average, and so that's where we live in Tavira. This town is, let's see, it's going to be west of Tavira and a little bit north, but it's right on the edge of the Rio Formosa and the Atlantic Ocean. So it's where a lot of fishing is done. There's a big fishing port here, and maybe we might get a shot of that as we go once we get the street art and head to the next station. So, hi everybody. Again, I've introduced myself again. Now we've got the thing started. It's Rick Roach, and we're in Olhao, Olhao, Portugal. And so it's a great place for street art. And the history here of street art goes back quite a ways. And the last 10, 15 years, it's been a really revolution here. And so we decided we'd come over here and take a look and show you guys what we saw when we were over here last time. So I'm going to start here. We're down by the port, and so there's a big section of some walls and a building down here that have been painted. So I want to try to help you guys get as many postcard shots as you can, some good postcards. So I'll be stopping occasionally and trying to frame things for that. If I go too fast or I need to pan back or pan slower or anything like that, just throw it up in the chat window and we will do that. So, yeah, so like I mentioned earlier in the pre-show, the Olhao was a fishing village, and as the fishing it's still a fishing village. It's just not as heavily dependent on fishing, so there's a lot of more tourism and things here. And so we're over here looking at some of these buildings that have been painted. And at first, the graffiti, of course, was not tolerated, as it was in a lot of places in the world. And parts of the area were in extreme poverty. And I don't know why, but sometimes that goes along with graffiti. And I think it's with young people that need an outlet for their creative energy, and so they do a lot of tagging and stuff like that. But eventually some artists came along that wanted to help and started putting some things up. One of them was Dario Silva, and he tags as Sen, S-E-N, and then there's also a guy named Sergio. So okay, we'll go on down the street here. We've got that one. And try to get a little bit more of this building here. This one's a little taller, so I'm going to back up a little bit where you can see a little bit better. This is just more of kind of abstract stuff on this one. So I'm going to back up here, try to get a shot where we don't have the car in the way. Okay. Can everybody hear me okay? All right, good. Thanks, Charity, KS, and Pam. I like to see those thumbs ups. Hi, Richard. Thank you. From Singapore, yay. And you'll notice also there is a tag, this BLUBLA, blue blah, is I guess how you pronounce it. But that's a couple of artists, and actually it's a whole crew now. They have some stuff on Instagram. Started with a guy named Dario Silva, who tags himself as Sen, S-E-N. Hold this for a minute or two while we, since they had some cars go by there. So I hope you guys are getting some good postcards out of this. And we'll be able to keep those and share those. I know you can edit those as well after you download them, and just regular windows or whatever things you have there. Yeah, Bob Marley. Somebody got the Mona Lisa. Got Bob Marley. And I think this is supposed to be Marilyn Monroe here. A likeness, I guess. And Albert Einstein. We saw Charlie Chaplin down there on the other end. So let me back up. I'll try to back up and get a wider shot here. This one. Pan down a little bit. All right, so guys, now that we've covered this area, we're actually going to go jump in the car, and we're going to drive over to the next part of town that has some really good street art. So if you'll bear with us and kind of hang with us for this little, hopefully not more than 5 minutes. I'm going to hand the gimbal off to Lori, and I'm going to drive, and she's going to navigate and just kind of let you see what the town looks like as we get over to the next station. All right, guys? Okay, and here's our little car. We've got little Opel Corsa rented for the day, actually for the next few days. And so bear with us as we go to our next spot. Wait. I got it unplugged for the mic. Okay. All right, so we're going to get the car started and head over to the next spot, which we kind of have these in ascending order, I think, of color and design and that kind of thing, and beauty, maybe. I have to turn this air down a little bit probably for that. And then we will head on out. So, all right, I'm going to try to follow Lori's directions while she holds the gimbal, and then we travel on to the next part of town. Lori, you can also pan out if you like when we get to an area of town that might be interesting to see as we go. Okay, so I'm gonna take the microphone off. Let her have that. All right, so we need to know which way to go here and let these ladies cross in front of us.
We just need to end up going that way.
Okay.
So I'm not exactly sure if you do. I think you need to go clear around that little.
Okay. So I'm going in the roundabout here. And we're going to head back over to, there's an apartment complex over here that has a lot of really nice street art, and then a building that has quite a bit on it. And then after that we will, sorry, microphone dropped. So yeah, we're heading over to an apartment complex, and then has a wall over there that has a lot of good street art on it. And then we'll go, after that, we'll go to the graffiti. Some people call it the graffiti house, but it's some really nice street art covering an old building that was built in 1918. And then in the 70s, it was vacated and actually bought in around 2000 for a project that was never finished by the municipality here in Olhao.
So we're going to want to go around there and up that way.
Okay.
Okay, there's some on this.
All right. So I'll let Lori kind of show you a little bit out the window here. I'm going to try to go slow in case you might get a chance to snap a postcard of these. This one kind of covered up with a sign there, but all right, just a couple more minutes to the next place.
Okay, and then as soon as you can, the building is right there. So you might have to go right here, get off maybe.
Oh, go over here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then keep going around the corner.
Okay.
And then take a right. Perfect. And then take another right. And then we're going to be coming across.
We're going to see a little bit of stuff here as well. Train tracks are on my left. There's a little bit of street art on our way over on a couple of structures. And I'm trying to be very attentive here because we have a lot of pedestrian traffic and people on bicycles as well. Portugal has a lot of narrow streets, and many of them in residential neighborhoods are made of cobblestone. But I'm on a frontage road here by the train tracks, so it's paved.
Take a right.
Okay, we're almost there, guys.
And then keep on. You're fine. You're fine.
Straight here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I may have taken a little bit of a wrong turn.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to turn back there.
Yeah, I think you're right. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. This may turn a little bit late. We'll get turned around here. We're almost there. So I hope you guys are having a great day and enjoying at least this part of the tour so far. We got some good postcard shots of the warehouse over there building. Had a lot of street art on it. And now we're going to be coming up into a residential area. There's some apartment buildings over here. And they have some really, really cool looking street art. So I'm going to park up here. You can see, get a little preview of it. And then I'm going to park up here next to where it starts and then work my way back on foot over here to the end. So it's interesting how graffiti evolves into street art.
Okay, I think that was Pink Panther right down there.
Okay, did I go too far?
A little bit, but you're almost there.
Okay.
There's a little bit coming up over on this side.
Yeah, some neat colors there.
And then turn to the right.
Oh, there we go.
And those ships that we see when I'll go park down there.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, and then I'll
Sweet, yeah.
make my way down there to it.
Okay, sounds good.
I think this is the way we came last time, so this was a good route to take.
Yeah. And the laundry hanging out of the windows. It's a beautiful day to do laundry.
Yeah, in Portugal, you got to do your laundry when the sun's out. All right, I'll stop here, jump out.
Okay, be safe.
Okay, we're good. All right, now I'll get out and I'll be able to catch up maybe with some of the chats. All right, so here we are. I just really like this one. Sorry that the sun is behind the building. That's going to maybe create a little bit issue. Okay. So I'm going to back up a little bit. I'll have to step over here into the parking lot a little bit. Let you see this one. And so let me go back here and see if I can catch up. Chats. Okay, looks like I'm pretty well caught up on this. So thanks, guys, for hanging with me. And we're going to do another, Pink Panther. Yep. And I'm going to do a vertical shot here so you can get the whole building. Okay, guys? So give me a chance here. I'm going to count down. I'm going to do 3, 2, 1. Whoops. 3, 2, 1. And that way you can get the full building in there, and then you can use your, after you download the postcard, you can edit it and so forth. Anyway, that's kind of wanted to hold that for a minute. Whoops. Got tangled up in my mic cord. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. And then I'm going to go back to landscape mode in 3, 2, 1. Zoom in. Yeah, I will do that. Might be, I'll try this way with, let me go landscape mode and then I'll zoom in. Okay. Ann? All right. I see Ann hearing the song in your head. Yeah. Hayward. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So yeah, I'm actually going to walk up closer, and that way we'll get the glare off of my camera. Getting a little bit closer to the building here. I've got a car coming, so I'm going to stand on this side for a moment. And I thought, it's really, really cool. When I was down here before, and some people like attention. Yeah, Inspector Clouseau over here. He's examining. He's looking for some evidence to pin on the Pink Panther. And yeah. So we've got Pink Panther's feet down here. He's looking down a little bit. Looks like somebody, maybe after the fact, put a little anchor tattoo on Pink Panther's leg there. And so we'll go back here. We'll pan up a little bit. And the Pink Panther's got a bottle of Mystique. Oh, I think that's one of the artists, actually. One of the artist names. So that might be a tag right there built into the artwork. And then we also have, I got to watch for traffic here. So I'm trying to stay out of the traffic lane here. Yeah. So anyways, like I said, if you guys need anything, need to pan over or up or down or whatever, I'm going to pan up a little more to try to get the top of the building again. And so you can see some of the names up there. I think some of the tags have been put on after the fact, but I don't know for sure. Some that are in white up there. Somebody put a crown on the Pink Panther. And get this up a little bit higher here. kind of got right at the sun is right there on the other side. So I tried to do this before the traffic got busy over here in this section. So I did it a little bit earlier in the day. I might circle back to this one, but I'm kind of watching our time here. So we still got quite a bit more to see. So now I'm going to walk over here to another area that has a wall that is quite long, and it has a lot of street art on it as well. So yeah, it's a little cooler over here on this side with the shade. It's nice. Thank you, Richard. Yeah, I'm trying. I want my followers today to be able to get some really good postcards, so you can have those for memories and share them. And if you like to follow me, if you haven't been following me already, you can do that, and then you'll get notifications of my upcoming tours. I don't have any right now on the board, but I will have in the next day or two. I'm going to do some spring flowers that are over in Tavira. There's several gardens that are beautiful, have some beautiful flowers, and then I'm going to do a series on that. And I got to be careful here too, because there's a lot of people here, a lot of families and stuff, and I don't want to invade their privacy, obviously. So I'm going to work around that. But this is probably there's stuff that goes all the way back here. So I'm going to kind of come back here and start where might be kind of the beginning. The wall down here. And some of this may be to your liking and some maybe not. I know some street art is got some elements of, I don't know, strangeness, for lack of a better term, like this one here. And then a lot of color as well. So I'm going to back up here and thought this one here is quite interesting, of this girl praying. And you probably hear some rock music playing in the background. We've got some window washers over here. And I think that's their music. They're from the scaffold over here that we see. Try to pull around here where we don't have that car hood in the way. And then I'll walk around this way. Get a little preview. We got another pink panther down here. I'm going to pan down that way and give that view first, so we don't have the cars in the way. And then I'm going to back out here so we can get a little broader view. So anyway, yeah, we just have to kind of work around the cars for the pictures. So here's another Pink Panther picture. And I'm coming back around here where I can get a little bit. And again, it's like I'm backed up as far as I can without getting the cars in the picture. So, let's see what I'm saying here. Use the orange design or words. That's a good question. It looks like there might be some letters in there, and I don't know if it would be even in English or maybe Portuguese, or some tag signs to the left over here. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. It does look like some letters, but I can't make them out. Maybe you can help me with that. I know the tag, this blue blog I mentioned before, when one of the guys that is in that is Dario Silva. He also tags as Sen, S-E-N. Thank you, Ann. I do appreciate that. And then it's got some interesting luck here. There's the green kind of like, looks like brain neurons or something all strung together. And here's more taggers that have done the artwork. They sign their name to it. DFOE, Defo Cali, and MKU Cops. And then they put the date on there over the years, 2021. So that's still, some of this stuff's fairly new. Yeah. Yeah, it's gone beyond just, like I said, tagging and graffiti and things like that to deface property into some beautiful artwork and some beautiful colors. Sometimes not sure, like, some of the words that are represented. So you can see the word power over here, left of this. I can't tell. I think maybe that's an insect with glasses. Could be an alien. And then the letters MR there. So here's a little bit more in this corner. This over here, it's obviously a word. Let me see if I can make it out. It might be an S, an E, N, and an O, and an M. Not sure. Maybe V, maybe venom. You guys can help me guess and stuff. And here's some other artwork on the end of this building here. We've got, and the sun's kind of creating a little bit of a glare on that building, so I might want to come around and pan back to it where I can get a little bit farther away and get a better view. So you come over here is another piece of work here. Got somebody in here with a tattoo and a Nike hat on. Weirdest eye test ever. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, and then you have it says Hernani Alish, and a bizarre looking kind of hooded person here. And we got says Mafia Clica. Some other colors here. Beautiful colors. Here. Pink Panther seems to be pretty popular here. This is street art sanctioned by the cities. It's actually allowed, and some of it has been sanctioned in the past here by the municipality has actually commissioned a group called Satori Artist Association, and they did some work over in kind of the middle of town on some historical kind of mural stuff. So, yeah. Hola. Bon dia. That's going to be on YouTube. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. It's live right now, so I have people watching. Where are you from? I live in Tavira, but we're from the U.S. U.S.? Oh, yeah. American. Do you want to be on here? Want to see your picture? No? No, it's okay. Record anything you want. I'm not bothered. Thank you. Did you do any of this work?
No, but I know the guys, the people that's in the graffiti. They're real people.
Yeah.
One of them lives here.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the rapper over there. That's people that died.
Oh, really? Okay. So memorials. Yeah.
From years ago.
Okay. Okay.
It's so cool. Awesome.
And that's just normal graffiti.
All right.
Very awesome.
Yeah. Well, thanks. Thanks for the help.
Thank you.
So we come down here a little farther, and then, like he'd mentioned, they have some memorial art for people who have passed, and there was a Flavio, and here's more just regular characters here. Got Mickey Mouse. Some of these people I may not recognize, but we've got somebody here, and I'm trying to read the words there. So maybe it says Blaze. I'm not sure. No. Bala. Maybe that's what it's saying, Bala. Then we've got, looks like maybe James Dean. So some iconic stuff from Hollywood, movie pictures, things like that. Blue Blah, you could see that again down there on the bottom, that tag. And is one of the more famous street artists in Portugal. And does stuff all over, not just in the Algarve, but they've done some things up in Lisbon. And so, Pam, some of it is sanctioned. But really, after a while, the police stopped enforcing the graffiti stuff here because it started becoming street art, and it started actually bring people over into the city to see it and bring in some dollars into the city. So I guess you might say it's a self-made museum or art exhibit for, and I'm going to try to, I keep forgetting, but I am going to keep trying to stop and slow down and get those postcards. So we're almost to the end of this one, and then we'll jump in the car and go over to another area of town, kind of Main Street. Yeah, isn't it, Michael? Yeah, some of it. And, we may still see some of that. There's definitely symbolism in it, for sure. And, but a lot of it is just, pop culture stuff. Got Bart Simpson again here. So yeah, at what point it transitions from graffiti to street art, I don't know. I guess that's people's opinions. But I consider something that is identifiable, like characters, things like that, to be more artwork. Although the colors and the abstract lettering and things like that can be considered artwork as well. All right, guys. So we're kind of getting to the end of this one. And when I say guys, I mean everybody, guys and girls. Try to be inclusive. Everybody, whatever you're. Yeah. Michael says back in the 70s, 80s, the street murals were almost entirely political in nature. Yeah. Yeah. And I think as a sign of, some of it was a sign of rebellion against the government and the ideology of the government. So graffiti was done in a way that was a rebellious act, put in areas where it wasn't allowed. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Thanks, Melanie. That's an expression I carry from the U.S., I think, and so I appreciate the feedback related to the 1974 revolution. Michael S. says, yeah, so anyway, thank you guys so much for being with me here today, and we're going to continue to the next location. Lori's parked right over here on the other side of the street, so I'm going to head over there and, yeah, just, again, follow, get those notifications. Like I said, I'd meant to have I've got actually a series I'm working on of spring blooms and flowers and some other things over in Tavira, where I live, in another area of the Algar region. And we'll get those up soon. Probably tomorrow I should have those scheduled. So, all right. So Lori's confident driving now in the section that we have to go next. So we're going to let her do that so I can try to include a little bit more if we have any street art that we pass on the way. Okay, guys, buckle up. We're getting buckled up, and we're going to head over to the next section, and this will be, I'm sure, probably one of your favorite ones. There's a home over here in Olhao that has been completely covered in, maybe turn this around maybe where I'm getting buckled here. Yeah, there's a home over here that's completely covered in street art, and it was some of the more famous street artists in Portugal have added their contributions to it over the years. So we're gonna get on the road here and just travel just a short distance around here to it. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, that's good. Get ready for a ride. I'm going to turn this around so we can just kind of see a little bit of the city while we drive through here. It might be of interest to you to see. Next left onto Rua da Oliveira, then turn right onto Rua Dunar Estevão de Vasconcelos. Might hear our navigation system talking to us as well as my voice, so don't let it confuse you.
2-minute ride if we don't make a wrong turn.
Okay, so Lori says it's about 2 minutes from here if we don't get confused and turn down a wrong street. Yeah, thanks, Melanie. That's a good point. So we could also say gentlemen and ladies, or just, you and me. Don't want to get into all the political correctness. I'm just trying to be sensitive to everybody's, I guess, preferences. So got a few more people joining, and so we're in, of course, the residential section here of Olhao, but we're also adjacent to the main street that goes through the middle of Olhao. And it's right over here, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Park over here. So there we go. And we get parked here, and then I'll work my way around the building and answer any questions you guys might have, if I can. They have a Portuguese-speaking guide available. I don't know. You mean like a Heygo guide that speaks Portuguese? I'm not sure about that. I know I've only seen a couple other Heygo guides that cover Portugal. One is a young lady that is a native Portuguese person, and she, last I saw, she was doing some things in Coimbra, I think. Oh, the electronic guide's voice. Okay, probably. But if it was in Portuguese, I couldn't understand it because I don't know Portuguese yet. As sad as that is, we've been here since September of last year. We moved to Tavira. And it's on my bucket list, get stuff done to learn the language. Of course, we completed a visa here to be in the country for long term. It's a process that takes going through a visa, D7, and then applying at the immigration service for a permit. Portuguese speaking guides in Heygo guides in Brazil. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So anyway, what I was going to say is the area of Portugal I live in, the Algarve region, especially in Tavira, is a very tourist-driven economy. So most of the places that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, everybody speaks English. Portuguese has one of the highest fluencies in English in all of the countries in the world, and they actually do teach it in their public education system as a mandate. And I don't know now if I'd heard somewhere that maybe they weren't going to require it, but it's been required for a while, I think. So I'm going to get a few angles of the building here and just see if we can do a little wrap around and maybe some vertical. Some Heygo Voyagers call them Adam shots. I think there was a guy named Adam that started doing it, and of course when I go vertical, then it turns sideways on your screen. So you do the postcard and then you download it, and then you can flip it over and edit it that way. So hi Ava and Teresa, come on here. Yeah, you guys are still in for a good portion of the tour. I made this one a little long because I wasn't for sure how long it was going to take us to drive from point to point. We came over here a couple of hours early today. We'd been through Olhao and seen a lot of this, but trying to navigate it and go from point to point with the car and still keep everybody interested in on the Heygo tour, being able to show you some things. So I am going to go to a vertical shot here, and I'm going to count down. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Charity. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I do. I do love to do this for you, for everybody, all my followers, and yeah, I am glad you enjoy it and exploring with me, and I appreciate the support. Following, doing my tours, reviews, postcards. Sharing postcards, tips if you're able, and I know some people that might not be. That's fine. It's not required. I just appreciate your generosity when you're able to do that. Okay, I'm gonna pan sideways again, and this is going to be a little trickier coming around to this side because it's on the street side. Wait, I'm going to stop here for a second, back up just a little bit, and pan down for this shot because I can get some closer shots and zoom in. I am, thank you, Carol. Appreciate that. It's generous. And so go a little slower around the edges, get some close-ups, some things like that. That's one thing I can't do is go to a really ultra-wide landscape mode on my camera, the Heygo app. It only lets me go to a one-time power setting on that. So it limits me a little bit in what I can show, but we'll keep working at it and try to get you guys as many good pictures as we can, you guys and girls. All right, this one here is quite interesting. Quite a variation of colors and structure and things like that. This side over here, you can see, let me try to frame this a little bit. I'm going to have to fight my gimbal a little bit, I think, because I'm kind of up against the wall back here to get everything lined up for you. You may have to do this one, take the postcard and then straighten it up when you download it. So I can't really, let's see, maybe if I do this, turn it a little bit. There we go. I'll try to stop making quick movements on the gimbal. I know that can be frustrating when you're trying to get a postcard. All right, so got that one. And let's see, let me go back over here, watch my step here, and do another vertical from a little different angle here. Go a little bit higher so we can get a little bit more of the structure in the space in the frame. Okay, I'm gonna go back horizontal. So 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna pan over here. It's interesting to see. Couple going through town with a mule-drawn cart. Looks like they got some hay in the back of it. And as I mentioned before, my beautiful Lori's here with me, and she's out taking photos and navigating while we drive and driving and offering all kinds of support. So she's a keeper. And she is the better half of Rick and Lori's grandadventure.com, our website. So let me get back over here. See if I can get a little bit more of this. I'm backed up against a van here, so struggling a little bit. I'm right on the edge of the street with a lot of heavy traffic. Get that as much as we can. Maybe can up just a little. There we go. Gonna hold that. I probably will at some point cross the road here whenever it's a little bit less traffic and shoot from the other side so you can get a little bigger view of the house. Come pan around under here. Kind of get a little bit in this corner over here. The sun's a little bit in my eyes, so I'm having a little hard time reading the chat, but trying to pay attention in case you guys need me to slow down or stop, pause, or anything like that for a picture. What? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so this space actually, and you can see the sign over here, this was supposed to be an art gallery. And for some reason, funding or whatever, it never was opened up as an art gallery. And so the street artists made it an art exhibition just by painting a lot of things on the outside of it. So let me see. So somebody actually put on here Olhao Street Art Gallery on this sign over here. I'm going to go the vertical in 3, 2, 1.
That's the address for it.
Okay. Yeah. The address of the building is right there on the side door there. Going to try to get this character in the view. And again, it's, yeah, open door, right? Yeah. So we see the, try to get all the way up the top. It's funny, there's a TV antenna on the top of the building. It's obviously not inhabited, but other than birds, maybe some other little animals, some creatures. Going back, whoops. Okay, so I just lost my gimbal power. I have to power back up, so I'll do manual for now. And we'll go back to this while I power up. And then we're going to go vertical. It is an abandoned building charity. Okay, I'm going to go vertical again for one moment because when my gimbal powers up, it's going to go that direction anyway. All right, now I'm going to go back to landscape mode in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, the building, I believe, was abandoned in 1970. And the municipality of Olhao bought the building in the 2000s, about 2000, and was planning to make it into an art gallery. The lack of funding prevented that, so like I mentioned, the street artists just went ahead and took it on themselves to make it a kind of a living piece of art, I guess, as far as tagging onto it and creating some interesting artwork. Okay, I'm going to hand back around this way to this side. And I'm going to cross the street here so we can get a little wider view. Yeah, they did find a use for it. Hey, thanks, Pam. I appreciate the tip. Now we got to do a view of the piano players here. And I'd like to say I don't know if those are, portraits of people, musicians. Oh, thank you, Richard. Yeah, I am watching. And but I don't know. It might just be random human figures created for the artwork. Back up a little bit farther here and hold that for you. I'm going to pan up a tiny bit and get a little bit more of the roof structure in the view. Yeah, I'll let you get some shots there. And then I want you to notice at the very top, I'm going to pan up a little more. At the very top, you can kind of see the moon. The moon is out, and it's straight up above the peak of the smaller peak on the building there. A little bitty white dot. So it's kind of fun to see the stuff like that line up. And then I'm going to go back down. Whoops, sorry. It's going to go back to vertical. And here's a shot of the side of the building. And I don't know if this building was a church because it's got a big tower on the front of it. Looks like it had a bell in it. I'll have to try to find out a little bit more about the history of that. I'll pan over a little bit so you can get a little bit more. Try to get the full side of this building in here as much as I can. Okay. And then I am going to go back to landscape mode here in 3, 2, 1. And then I'm going to go back over and finish going around the building. So we're getting closer towards the end of the tour. So I'll try to do a little bit more of some close-ups here for you. There's a little bit of the piano keys and the hands. And then down here, this beautiful colors here, these greens. Green's one of my favorite colors, so there's quite a few shades of green here. Purple, it's an interesting color match. Some of the artists are very, very creative in what they do. Then I'll come around here to this corner. Yeah, so somebody mentioned, maybe some things used to be a lot more political or political messages and icons and things like that. What I see in a lot of this street art that we've seen is pop culture and representation of artistry, and we got music over there on the side and everything, so I'm going to go back around here, and then I think I'm trying to decide if I've got time to go back across the street for one more shot from that side, but kind of running out of time here. So as I mentioned, Sen, S-E-N, is a well-known, probably one of the most well-known Portuguese street artists, and has done work in all over the Algarve region, but also other areas of Portugal. There's done some things in Lisbon. I'm not sure about Porto. I'd have to check and see if he's gone that far north. But he actually, if you Google Blubla, B-L-U-B-L-A, I think that's a group that he started. Originally him and another guy named Sergio, and then now they have a whole crew. And so they do a lot of these projects together. And they do, somebody asked earlier about it being sanctioned. And so the Sartori Artists group is a group that has been sanctioned to do some street art. And there's some down in a town here in Olhao. We didn't go down there to see that. It's some historical artwork. It's just in an area of town we were going to have a hard time parking and being able to get to view the shots and things for you. So, but you can look that up on online if you want more information. And I will post some links to the resources after the tour, probably later tonight or tomorrow, and put those up on the Facebook Heygo page, and probably go ahead and post those in. I'll do them on my post. So if you follow me, you'll get that post and you'll be able to see those resources. So please follow. And if you have a chance, take a little time to do a review and that kind of thing. So hopefully you've got a lot of good postcards today. I think I am going to go ahead and go across the street and sign off with the view of the building in the background. Well, it might not work out too good. I'm looking at the traffic now. Sorry. Kind of being hesitant about that. I don't know that we're going to get a good view because of all the traffic. So, yeah, you're welcome, Ann. We do appreciate you coming and being part of the tour here today. I will go ahead and we'll sign off here in a few minutes. So getting close to the end of the day. Okay, so I'm going to back up across this way again, and we'll get turned around here so you can see us. So I do want to include Lori in this sign off because she helped so much today with driving and navigating. And oops, let me get my gimbal straightened out here.
Stand on my tippy toes.
Yeah, you got to stand on your tiptoes. Lori's yeah, a little bit less tall than me, but yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, welcome for coming. I'm going to try to do a little shot here where maybe we can get over here and get you a postcard with some of the street art in the background. Whoops, go there. How about that? We'll do that one. So,
ladies love close-ups.
Thank you for. Oh, we got some people passing in front of us. Thank you for coming. And we love you guys. God bless, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ta-da, huh?
Ta-da. One more. I've got another 1 minute to do closing with that shot.
Nice.
Okay, guys.
I didn't post
Good
anything.
evening.
You want me to post things on the chat real quick? I don't know if I can.
Do you? I don't think you have time, but you can try. Sorry, guys. We're going to try to throw some links up for you. And yeah, I'll get those to you in the Facebook page and Heygo site, and follow, and you'll get those in a post. Thanks, guys. Love you. God bless, and bye-bye. See you next time.